We're going in. It's going to be Jibs versus Marian. With a little bit short notice, but here we go. Down in the bottom left in the red, the Titan himself. It is going to be Jibs. Up in the top right hand corner of Winter, we're going to have Marian. And Marian going for his classic little rush here. I wonder if Jibs will be prepared for it though. He's seen obviously a lot of this in tournaments at the moment. This is the build Marian's been doing constantly. It's been on ladder. I'll be very, very surprised if Jibs doesn't see this build coming. Now Jibs obviously one of the stronger players. He basically went 18-0 I believe before meeting Curious in the round of, I think it was round of 16 or was it round of 8? Might be round of 8. Dropping down to losers bracket after going 2-1 or 1-2, whichever way around you want to think about it. And he is here facing Marian. Marian actually been doing really well as well until I believe Burke took him out and knocked him into losers. So whoever loses here will actually get knocked out of the tournament. They will lose the August monthly. Obviously that will secure them a couple of rank points, help secure their position for Season 2 starts, but it's kind of annoying. You don't really want to go out this early. And of course the pride on the line. You don't, especially as Jibs, you don't want to go out sort of this early in losers. But we'll see. Obviously the rest of the games are going on tonight at about 7 PM in probably about 4 or 5 hours right now. So the first wolf is going to come in here, and Jibs is still about 20 seconds off his first wolf. Looks like this rush might actually do some damage. The biggest thing is it's got to kill at least one worker. Because of the cancelled worker in Marian's build. You can see he is a worker behind. He will have significantly more wolves than Jibs though. And Jibs actually floating a lot of gold. I assume Jibs was intending on a 1 wolves then expand. But he's got to have known this was coming. And right now he needs something. And it is going to be the classic 1 den 1 racks, probably into 2 racks from Marian here, and Marian looking to cheese him out. Jibs is going to go for his own barracks, but again, it's way behind. He needs to do something here. I think he's trying to lure the wolves into these workers. Oh, that's not good. Jibs does manage to save the worker, so it's a nice start, but he needs to get something back on this barracks. And he's actually going to go in with 2 workers right now, trying to get this barracks up super quickly. But it's about 30 seconds behind his opponent. The 3rd wolf's going to pop out here, but 4th one's going to be here for Marian, and I think Marian might just force the issue in a minute. Really would have done that when it was 2-1, but there you go. And there we go, he's going to try and take the engagement on in the base here. Neither player particularly getting great focus fire. Jibs is actually going to start to bring them on the right to low health. Marian does pull that back, but Jibs is actually getting a nice round here. So he will be able to push this back for the moment. The worker doing a lot of work indeed. Soldiers are starting up for both players, but with the speed of those, that should work in Jibs' favour. It should be slow enough. But another wolf coming in from Marian. And look how low these are of Jibs. I mean, he's got good control to keep them alive. But right now there's so much health on this from Marian. Jibs just not prepared to this build. Another wolf will pop out for him and he might be able to force it away. Marian actually now just trying to pull this more into an open engagement so he can get to those wolves in the back. But the first soldier's going to pop out now for Jibs, and that's going to be it. There's no way Marian can push a fight with a soldier here. Soldier obviously equivalent of about 3 wolves. So we should see Marian skip past the 2nd racks of this all-in. Or at least I'd be surprised if he didn't. And he has actually rallied units to stay at home. There we go, he will back off. There's not much that can really be done. And Jibs is looking to get his expansion. So nice for him. He does hold on to this push. It was a little bit sketchy there. But both players should really be looking to expand. Marian, though, looks like he wants to keep up the pressure. Jibs has saved up 200 gold, he wants to expand. There we go, the expansion does go down. And that will create a little bit of a choke at the front here. There we go, Jibs is going to try and take the engagement, force these units back. But there is now a soldier here from Marian as well. What's that to a unit count? It's actually 6 versus 8, but 2 of those are on the way. There we go, Jibs is going to try and take the engagement. 2 soldiers now. These wolves are practically worthless with soldiers in the mix. There you go. Oh, Jibs with pretty good control, keeping those low health wolves right at the back where they're not going to get damaged. They're actually going to get a few free extra hits. Jibs managing to keep the soldier alive as well. Absolutely fantastic control from him here. There we go. Marian loses another wolf. He has pretty good control and does pick off those 2 wolves on the left hand side. He might get this around here. Is he going to do it? Marian looking to actually take out Jibs in the losers bracket here. There we go, the soldier goes down. One more wolf is going to go down, but there is a soldier here as well. But Marian actually just continuing to pile on the pressure. Jibs not prepared for this. He's down to just the 2 soldiers and 2 wolves, but there's enough here I think probably to deal with that. The riflemen doing so much work in the background, focus firing down those weak units as they try and kite back. There we go, the soldier's going to go down now. Soldier and Marian dishing out so much damage. Jibs not focused firing that one down. 2 more units are on the way now for Marian, and there's going to be another wolves den behind this. But right now he doesn't have enough soldiers to actually clean up the soldiers of Jibs, so Jibs will actually hold on for a second here. He is going to try and keep going. He's got the second base up so he can mine a little bit more gold than his opponent, but only a little bit. He's struggling to get the gold together for work. He's actually got nearly 200 floating, so I'm not sure what that's about. I think his micro is actually just detracting from his macro here, which could cost him the game. These riflemen are kiting back really well. And in Marian's base, the second wolves den is about to finish up. And as soon as that sort of finishes up, there will be an enormous amount of pressure on Jibs here. He's got to throw down a tower or something. He'll be safe with the expansion. Oh, does actually manage to get a wolf surrounded there. That's really not good. And now the riflemen are coming in. Jibs is dropping down the units. Marian can just kite him now. There's nothing really to be done. And Marian's control slipping a little bit. Does take a bit of damage there, but the soldier's going to go down. And Jibs not really holding on. I really think he should have chucked down a tower there, but clearly he disagrees. He wants to hold on without one just yet. The next soldier is out though, so that is going to help push away some of these wolves once again. Another wolf there goes down for Marian in trade. And the worker's being pulled. There we go. Does manage to block these in. Will possibly give the wolves an opportunity to attack. There we go. So Marian actually with a little bit of a control slip there. Will lose a rifleman in the top hand side. He is kiting back, so we'll clean up some more of these soldiers, but there's 2 wolves at a time on the way for Marian now. Oh, I don't know how this is going to go. I would like to see that one actually be a barracks. I think that would have been a better choice to grab more soldiers. And Jibs is kiting back. He will... Sorry, Marian's kiting back. He will pick off the soldier there of Jibs, and once again in a nice position. But Jibs just eking it out. He's managing to pop out each soldier in time, just to take on the next wave. He's building up gold thanks to these extra workers. And he is 7 workers ahead now, so that's a pretty darn big deal. He can probably actually just all in at this point. Oh, but not if he loses 2 wolves in quick succession there, and he's going to be forced to back off once again. Jibs desperately needing either a tower or some production facilities right now. He can't survive with 1 less den. Although he's desperately going to try. Marian once again marching into the natural base of Jibs. More units are streaming across the map right now. The wolves are going to get in on top of these workers, try and equalize this a little bit. And that is pretty vital. If Marian can't kill any workers with this pressure, then obviously he will be massively behind in this. Well, he's already behind, but his fate will be sealed being that far behind the economy. He will pick up another worker there. The wolf will go down in trade. The riflemen are going to pick up another worker, but the soldier's now here in the front lines, and that's going to start pushing this back again. Jib's doing a really good job actually managing to hold on here. Trading that worker lead He's dropping down to 14 workers now in response to just trying to hold on. One more worker, one more soldier, one more wolf even. I can't pick the unit will go down, and Marian doing a great job. He's riding on low health. Jibs is finally gonna concede and grab the tower. He really should have gotten earlier. But is it gonna be too late? Marian's actually gonna step in with the wolves right now and see if he can put pressure on this tower. Jibs' next soldier isn't done for about another 5 seconds, and I think this tower's going to complete, but Marian's going to do so much damage here. He's actually just going to elect to focus fire the tower, and no, he's going to march into the natural base. He's going to go for those weakened workers, which I think is a great decision. Try and equal this up a little bit. If he can secure himself 4 kills or even just put pressure on this expansion, he will be in a nice spot. So Jibs is pulling the workers away now. He's safe roughly under the sort of protection of his tower, but Marian's managed to equalise this up fairly well. The issue is he doesn't actually have the second castle, and that's really what he needs. He needs that second castle to be able to actually pump out the economy, but it looks like his pressure, well, it's been abated for now. He's going to harass a little bit. Could we actually see the Titan go down in the August tournament? We obviously have at least won every single tournament he's been in so far, so it's a surprise anyway he's down and loses. But I'll be very, very surprised if he actually goes down this early into the tournament, and doesn't really bode well for his Season 2 standing. Right now he's ranked about 2nd or 3rd, I think, in the world. But when Season 2 comes in, if he doesn't step up his performance, he could very well find himself lacking. And the tower is going to get a couple of free hits on this wolf on the left hand side, but this castle is possibly going to go down. And if that goes down, there goes Jibs' entire advantage. Jibs is going to try and come in now with the soldier and a worker pull, but these wolves doing a great job of spacing this army out and keeping it off to one side. The soldier doing work though, it's going to tear through all the wolves, but these riflemen, they're doing so much damage. Jibs is still ahead, but his economy advantage is going to go down here with these extra workers. More wolves pouring in from the top hand side, they're going to sneak in past the tower. And I think Marian's going to do it. He's taken the worker lead for the first time in this game, and that's pretty indicative of how it's going for Jibs. Marian will lose a wolf here at the front, but look at this. Look at Marian's control. All these riflemen are on such low health. He's been keeping them alive for so long here, and that's really what's allowed him to do the damage. Jibs actually dropping down to 8 workers. This soldier should be able to clean up most of this. Well, as I say that, 2 more wolves are going to come in from the top, so that actually might allow Marian to clean this up. He will lose most of his riflemen here though. That's gonna make it a lot more difficult for him to harass any further. And Marian agrees, his castle's up. It is going to be a 3rd wolf's den though, so he's not giving up on this just yet. But his attack for now is going to get cleaned up. So overall, nice hold from Jibs. He did manage to keep his 2nd castle alive. He didn't lose, well, he actually lost a lot. Like, he was down 1 production facility basically the entire fight, and he did manage to at least keep roughly on even workers. So that's pretty sweet for him. But right now, Marian, they're actually going to even up on workers. Marian's going to start crawling a little bit ahead, but not much. But the biggest issue for Jibs is he needs a follow-up to this. He needs to be another barracks and tech or something, because there's 3 wolves dens right now gearing up to put some pressure on. And Jibs is going to try and sneak down to the left hand side to scout out, but Marian's having none of that. And right now Marian is free to either just tech up or expand if he wishes. He does have map control. The biggest thing for Jibs is, well, one of the biggest things, he's going to send out this wolf. He did manage to sneak that out, and he will get the scout off to see what sort of follow-up this is going to be, because obviously Marian could have just chosen, alright, we'll drop all unit production and just go straight into dragons, and if that happened, Jibs would be in a lot of trouble. He's only got one low health rifleman with him at the moment, and with only one barracks, if Marian chooses to go dragons pretty shortly, there's no way that Jibs holds on. But Marian's just going to continue with this wolf barracks pressure. So there we go, Jibs is going to come in, he sees the expansion, so he knows they're actually dead even on workers. He will see 2 wolves den, barracks, and sees the 3rd wolves den. So he knows that it's just going to be a bunch more pressure rather than anything else. I think he even saw those units move out. There we go, so Marian's actually going to come down and try and make an engagement happen here at the natural of Jibs. He does get a nice set of surrounds. One soldier will go down, and that's just a lot of wolves. Marian needs to make sure his wolf splits are good so they get the proper surface area, which right now they're really not. And the wolves are going to pay for that with their lives down at the front lines here. But the tower's getting focused fired down. I don't really agree with the choice to focus on the tower. He just wants to go straight into this natural base again and see if he can get some more pressure on where the tower can't protect it. But there we go, 2 more workers will go down here. Oh, Jibs does just manage to save that one, down at 11 health. The soldiers are in the middle of the fight right now, and the wolves getting bad connections on that one as well. But there's a lot of units in here right now for Marian. There's 9 wolves on the map, which is a hell of a lot. A lot of them obviously still on the way, and Jibs will clean this up, but Marian's taking the lead in workers. He's going to see if he can get another one. Oh, there we go. He's going to do it, and right now he's 5 workers ahead. Oh my god, is Marian going to do this? Marian might actually take game 1 here. It's been remarkably back and forth. Jibs does clean that attack up. And I like the decision there for Marian to go into this natural space again. He does manage to put himself a little bit further ahead in workers once more. I would have liked to see him try and pick off this castle. It's down to 600 health, and with the 5 workers he picked off, he probably had the DPS to actually take down the castle, but he clearly didn't want to go for that, just wanted to take the safe option and grab the workers. Is it going to be an all-in? What's Marian doing here? He's transferring a lot of workers to somewhere. Alright, we'll find out what that is in a second, because he's once again going to run straight in. I disagree with this. He's only got a few wolves here, and I think this is just throwing them away. With 3 soldiers and 2 wolves here, 4 soldiers actually, yeah, this is going to get nothing done. They're going to get cleaned up. There's a fair number of wolves, but the workers have been transferred away to oversaturate the natural. Yeah, they're going to get nothing done. The soldiers are going to pick these off. One more wolf goes down, second one goes down. That was a pretty bad decision by Marian. And he's actually not continuing to get workers. He's going to actually saturate and grab this 3rd base, which is nice. Jibs might scout this though. No, he's going to go into the main. We'll see in a second. No, he's going to go into the 3rd, and he will find this. So that is important for him to find out. Oh, no. Come on. There we go, he does spot it now. And he's going to harass a little bit, but this wolf isn't going to do anything either. Oh, Marian slips up, doesn't get the surround there. And looks like he's going to switch a little bit further more into barracks units. Decide the wolves aren't going to cut it. Jibs has way too many soldiers in this war. I would like to see him go dragons though. But we're going to go up to a bit more of a 3-base macro game. That pressure giving him a little bit of a lead, but only like 400 or 500 golds worth. Really didn't do much. The other big thing is it got his 3rd base up faster, so we'll get some gold in from that. Jibs are going to come back in, put some more pressure on, waste some more mining time. But if you look at the army composition, Jibs, this is a composition that we've seen on ladder a little bit more recently, this sort of wolf soldier composition, which weirdly enough is an odd choice in the current meta, because obviously dragons are so ridiculously popular. But with the dragon nerf, people have been going dragons slightly less. They've been trying out some other builds, and because riflemen deflect them so well, like, it's not perfect, but it's a lot easier than it used to be. So people have been adopting this wolf soldier style. The wolves pin them in, and the soldiers will clean up all the riflemen. They obviously trade super well. And gold cost for gold cost, this is such an efficient composition. So he's currently just banking on the no fort out of Marian, which is the case. And Marian actually oversaturating this base a little bit. Oh, his main's mined out, that's why. Alright. I was wondering why I was doing that. Jibs' base is actually mined out as well. So, bit of a strange game. We're going to be going on just 2 base economy right now at 16 minutes, which is slightly unusual. We'd normally be on 3 or 4 base economy right now. But obviously that huge early game damage meant that no one could really get any more bases up. It's going to be 60 supply versus 46 though, and a lot of that is in wolves, but Marian's going to go in once again into the vault, not quite going to go into the third base. I think he has enough right now, he's a significant wolf lead. The biggest issue for him is those soldiers. He can't really engage those, so he just wants to get as much damage as he can with these riflemen. Here we go, the soldier's getting a poor surface area on the front of these wolves, and Marian's going to possibly go in to pressure this third base. I'd love to see him split push actually and try and come into both bases. Oh, Marian's going to give away a few units for free. He does delay mining on the third base, but there we go, there's the split push coming in. He's going to go harass the third while trying to attack the main. In the meantime, he's going to take a 4th double base, but Jibs will spot that and slow it down. He's actually going to try and grab a few worker kills here, and he will get the odd 1 or 2. But right now the wolves are in the wrong side of the army. He needs to get those to the front. The riflemen are going to push these wolves back for a second. There's so many wolves here for mine, but there we go. The tower goes up. That's going to slow everything down. That's going to make it a lot easier for Jibs to hold. He actually gets soldiers in on top of the riflemen, but being a little bit decisive. Oh my gosh, there we go. Marian gets the full surround on these soldiers. They're going to get cleaned up. And Jibs just lost a massive chunk of his army. That's half his soldiers just gone in one fell swoop. Jibs actually losing another chunk of workers here on the third base. This could be it. Marian's follow-up pressure could actually kill Jibs right now. He's losing wolves against these soldiers, but the riflemen are doing so much damage behind this. There you go, the wolves have actually cleaned up pretty much all the workers on the third base, dropping Jibs down to 13 workers. Marian with a massive economy lead right now. Even if he just like dies, his army dies right here, he's so far ahead. And this tower is actually going to go down if Marian focuses it. More workers are going down on third base. Jibs is actually having a little dance party with a wolf over here. But yeah, this tower's going to go down. The third base is going to be forfeit. Marian's extra base is actually going to give him a massive economy lead. Jibs is desperately trying to replace this, but he doesn't have the gold to do so right now. He's just trying to get enough units out to defend this. But right now it's 10 wolves against nothing and 10 riflemen against 1. So that's never going to happen. Jibs needs to pull workers right now. If he doesn't, this third base goes down and he'll be 2.5 bases behind. Marian not getting the wolves on the surround though. There we go, they will get the surround now. But Jibs just has no answer to this pressure. He's got nearly 400 gold built up, so I wonder, is he going into dragons? I'm not sure. He's building up a lot of gold and it's not going anywhere. He's going to start to riflemen now, but Marian's going to get this third base for free. And Marian actually taking the safety scout now. He's going to go find out what else is on the map, but this is going to be game for Jibs here, I think. He's got so few wolves. The soldiers aren't going to be enough to clean this up. There's no riflemen really. And it's actually going to be a workshop? That's a very questionable decision. I don't agree with that right now. That's not going to be the answer to all these wolves. The catapult will just die. Marian's going to stutter step in and will take down the defending tower. Jib says GG. And Marian, with some really impressive back and forth pressure, will take game 1. Sorry, showing the wrong winner. That was pretty surprising. And I get the unusual pleasure of asking what the map 2 is going to be for Jibs. And it's going to be the route. Let's actually update this for you guys. Right, so Marian's taking a 1-minute break just to set himself up ready for the next game. And this could be the tournament of upsets. This actually is getting pretty exciting. Obviously we saw Curious take out Jibs, we saw Venny hasn't gone up against Rurks actually, but we did see Venny going down to Marian in the previous tournament. This could be very interesting indeed. The others losers group will run on Saturday, I believe. Alright. Alright, Marian's in. Sounds like he's ready. Could we see a 2-0 from Marian? That's going to be the exciting part of this game. Jib's obviously wanting to make a comeback. He doesn't really want to go down 2-0 in losers bracket this early on in the monthly. Jib's mostly actually just playing in the monthlies to sort of round up the points there. He's not played in as many weeklies recently. But obviously once Season 2 comes in, we'll have a bit more of a standardized point system, and you will be able to see where all of those points from the rankings are coming in. And it will be a lot more important to play as many tournaments as you possibly can. Alright, Marian's ready. So, in the top left, the Titan himself, but one game down. En route, it's gonna be Jibs in the red trunks. Making a surprisingly dominant appearance so far in tournaments. The man, it's Marian. So Marian looks like once again he's going to be going for his early aggression. We've not seen much else out of him, but hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And that's certainly the philosophy here, as Marian looks to put on yet more early pressure. And so far, it does appear that no one's really reacting to this properly. Jibs is trying to get out a... Is it going to be a barracks? Is it going to be a barracks? There we go, it is going to be a barracks, which is the safer option. And with a soldier, will probably allow him to hold on here. But he's actually planning to go aggressive with this. Looking at the rally point, you can see this rally point here. So, players planning to run to each other's base, but Marian's going to get there first. As, here we go, the first wolf starts. And Jibs' barracks is only halfway done. The soldier will pop out in time though to probably just deflect most of these wolves. Marian shouldn't get too much done here. I would like to see someone just consider either just walling off or tower expanding versus Marian, because he does sacrifice a lot to actually get to this stage. You can see he's already about 50 gold down, and obviously all the investment into the den and everything itself. So actually I think in the investment of one house, one den, a tower is already more efficient. So tower expand would be completely fine against this build out of Marian. Obviously he does have all-in follow-ups though. And Jibs is going to try and get this tower up, but he might lose a worker in the process. No. Okay, he does manage to hold on there and will deflect this attack a lot better than previously, but that's really not the opening you want. That's a very expensive opening. I hope he cancels this tower. The Sir soldier's out, and that will deflect all these wolves, unless he manages to kite them past. He will just go for the kite past. But this is like another 200 gold Jibs is having to invest into defending. If Marian just cuts wolf production right here, like he's already done more than enough damage. It costs him about 120 for the wolves, and about another 200 for the wolves' den, and he's already forced, what? 500 golds worth of defense out of his opponent. More than worth it. Especially if he actually, didn't get a worker pick off just yet. I think Marian, yeah, he is going to go for an all-in once again. But I think he would have been absolutely fine just to take the damage there and throw down a expansion, but that's not his style. He's going to try and go in past the tower, but I think Jibs has got a lot better setup this time. Jibs actually with the poor, he does actually focus fire with the second shot, but he could have picked off a wolf there if his focus fire was good. But with two soldiers out, third, oh no, it's going to be two soldier riflemen out already, and the tower, there's no way that Marian's doing much damage here. The workshop is obviously finished in the middle of the map. Marian boosted that out. But oh, Jibs might actually see this. No, he doesn't. He's going to get pushed back with the wolves. But he does see a lot of workers with this, so he should be a little bit nervous. This workshop is obviously going to clean up the second tower. The first tower, well, eventually the second tower. I think the soldiers should be able to clear it up though with the wolves. Oh, but that's sneaky. Marian going for the proxy tower. There's no way that Jibs should be able to actually fight this army and deal with it. But clearing up this tower as well as the catapult is going to be a nightmare. There we go. Jibs getting a nice engagement there. Picks up one wolf. The focus fire isn't great though. He does pick up two more wolves in quick succession. The tower helping out. And he's trying to get in on that final wolf, but it's in a bad position. There we go. Another one will go down. But as soon as this next soldier pops out from Jibs, like, this tower is basically under threat. There's nothing that can go on here. And yeah, Jibs is just going to come around the left-hand side. There are no wolves up. They can just come and contest this. The workers can't do much. The catapult isn't really going to do anything. Not if Jibs' micro is on point. There we go, Marian sees the soldiers coming around the bottom left-hand side. And I think Jibs has actually, despite his costly investment, has actually reacted pretty well to Marian's style. He knows Marian just wants to go all in all day. And Jibs could hold in game 2 here. It's not over yet, but it's a lot more in Jibs' favour this time round. Nice decision making there from Jibs, knowing that Marian's never fond of the second base. We really should call him one base Marian. But there we go. The catapult's going to try and come in now and damage this tower, which it will get a nice start on, but workers can be pulled for that, and this rifleman. The rifleman should be stationed about here picking this catapult off. And oh, this is pretty nice from Jibs. The workers are coming in to repair, but the wolves can't defend it. And there we go, one wolf actually going to get cleaned up on the bottom hand side. The workers are going to try and defend this, but with 3 soldiers, this workshop's going to go down. And that's a good 250 gold investment. Jibs playing really well to the style of Marian in this second game. And I think he could take this. There we go, it's now just a catapult and 2 wolves left, really against what the army of Jibs. Jibs actually with the better micro there does land some shots off. I'm really surprised he's not making use of this rifleman. The soldiers are actually going to come in from the backhand side. They might get a wolf pick for their truck. Oh, beautiful micro from Jibs there. That's why catapults are less popular. The long firing animation does mean that Jibs actually managed to get the catapult to hurt its own wolf. Lovely nice pickup there from Jibs to pin that wolf against the corner. But as you can see, Marian now starting to repair his own catapult up. It's only doing so much damage. And Marian's going to keep the pressure on. Actually, really nice micro from Jibs to actually deal with this. Marian can't deal with this with the wolves, so he basically just has to try and siege up. But that's not working out for him. And he's desperately trying to repair this catapult, but the catapult's doing nothing against this tower. It's got to kill the opposing catapult or workers. Tower is going to pick off this harassing wolf. Jibs is going to repair his own catapult though, but Marian's going to get supply block pretty soon here. He's going to start off another proxy house. I don't know why he's not starting one here. But yeah, Jibs now with 2 catapults, microing them perfectly back. There's no way that this is going to do much. Really nice control here from Jibs in this hold. Just dancing these back and forth and putting on so much pressure into... This is basically all that Marian has in this game. Like, if he loses this siege position, that's it, he loses. Oh, very nearly lose that catapult. He's got to pull it back and repair it. But Jibs might actually spot this and go for the snipe. I'm really surprised that Marian's not going for that second base, but he is known for that one base play. Oh, Jibs messing up on the micro there, doesn't secure the wolf. And this catapult is being a bit annoying still. But all in all, it's not getting much done. One more wolf will go down. Jibs is just going to go commit, see how much harassment he can do. Oh, this is pretty big. Marian does micro back. He almost just lost his only catapult, which would have been game, but the tower at the front here is about to go down. Jibs, in a fantastic set of decisions, the 3rd catapult's done now, and I think this could be it. I don't think there's anything really left for Marian to do. 2 soldiers now in the main base. They will get eventually picked off, but they're going to do some more work for him. Marian trying now to take the 2nd base, and Jibs won't see it just yet. But there we go, this tower is going to go down. And that gives Jibs a lot more room to breathe when trying to siege up this next position. I really don't think Marian's got anything left in this game. I'm surprised Jibs isn't actually having some more units. So Marian's going to pick off this soldier, and he will want the economy to get back in the game and eventually try and come back from this all in, seeing that both players have obviously committed a lot to it. Oh, Jibs actually taking an unnecessary shot there. It looks like Jibs is actually just going to pressure with. He's got 4 catapults already. This is going to be a nightmare to deal with if there's anything to protect him. Marian being forced now to play on the defensive. His entire aggression just got shut down, and he is going to be ahead on economy in just a moment here though, so that's going to be nice. But you can see, his barracks has only just started, he's only got wolves here versus soldiers. I do not like this position for Marian in the second game. Jibs is going to probably make... I'm going to probably eat my words here, but I'm going to say he's going to make the 2-1 comeback. It will be up to Marian, of course, if he loses, to choose the third map. And his wolves are going to come around the left hand side and see this aggressive force and realise how much trouble he's in. There we go, he only has 3 wolves out on, well, 4 wolves now out on the map. But 2 soldiers clean up 4 wolves super easily, and the catapults are going to do such a stack ton of damage to just everything in sight. Marian going to go for the counter-attack now, but that's going to take a little while, and there's a tower here. Like, you're not going to get anything done with wolves while there's a tower here. So Marian realises that he's going to come back. He's going to try and go for the engagement right now. He would like to pick up a catapult, but the wolves are here to defend it. The tower's halfway done in this siege position. Jibs actually ahead in economy. I think this could seal the deal here. Oh no, sorry, not Jibs head in economy. Marian head in economy. My bad. By about 7 workers. So about the same economy lead that Jibs initially had in the last game. But obviously Jibs lost all that to the pressure. Oh, the wolves do come around for a nice flank here, and they will pick up this worker. So that tower is going to get delayed. Oh, nice set of catapult shots though, do pick off the first wolf. Oh, the tower goes up though. Really nice play there from Jibs. Actually gets that up. The worker will go down. But there we go. 2 workers remain. 3 wolves remaining. 1 rifleman. That's not going to be enough. Jibs producing yet more soldiers at home. And this is probably going to be game here. I don't think there's anything Marian can do. There we go. Jibs sets up the engagement. Misses the first volley of catapult shots. You really want to stutter those if you're doing it properly, so they're a lot harder to dodge. In a single volley it is of course a lot easier. But the catapult shots take out 2 at once with their AoE there. All the workers are being pulled to deal with this. Marian taking advantage of the fact that he has more workers to spare, but a lot of those getting trapped inside his own sim city. This soldier's going absolutely ham right now. The catapult's doing so much damage to these workers. This is actually ridiculous. I think Jibs is going to take it. Marian says GG, and Jibs is going to take game number 2 there. We will be going to a 3rd map in just a second. Really nice comeback there from Jibs. Alright, so let's quickly go mine, get the 3rd game. Not every so often we see a Jibs game go to map 3, but this will be the 2nd time this happens in this tournament. He did 2-0, went 1-2 against Kiris, and he will be going either 2-1 or 1-2 against Marian. His opponent then is going to be later this evening in about 6 hours, just under, against the winner of either Robot or Shadow. And it's going to be Steps of War for game 3. That's basically Marian's classic pick. Alright, both players are ready. I've got a sore throat and we're going to go into this. I've got to stop using that phrase, but it's going to be Jibs and Marian on Steps of War. So down in the blue, Marian, the one base man, is going into a slightly less aggressive build this time. He's not putting those extra 2 workers, so it's probably going to be a 1 den expand, and his opponent going for the same build in the red trunks, the Titan Jibs. Marian saying luck game, have fun. Jibs saying U21. All those lovely typos. So you're going to see the houses are going to finish up at about the same time. Jibs, is it going to be barracks again? Come on, what's it going to be? It's going to be barracks out of both players. So Jibs obviously a little bit more of a classic player. He's been around, well, obviously the entire time, but he's been around the tournaments basically since the beginning. So Rax obviously was very popular back then. He is just keeping to that style. We saw Venny doing a similar thing. Venny obviously keeping to his more standard units, not some of the newer ones, and that did cost him. We did see him lose possibly just because of that. Marian boosting at the barracks a little bit faster, but not a huge deal. Marian, I think this is actually only the second time in tournaments he's mixed it up. We did see him go macro against Venny, and other than that he has been going for his very aggressive build. Going to be soldier out of both players actually. Yes, going that very aggressive build, but it's nice to see him mix it up. It's not the fast expand I would have liked. That would have been a really nice shake up of builds, but it will be at least Rax first, probably into expand, unless he goes 2 Rax all in. And second soldier up on the way for both players. Oh, rifleman actually for Jibs. And Jibs actually with a nice setup on this map with that whole position soldier. Oh, Jibs is Jibs. Are you gonna scout it? No, Jibs! Always scout that back corner. That's where people love to hide their tech, and he won't see the follow up. So, come on, go on, scout it. No, he's gonna go into the natural. Come on, Jibs, realise there's something missing. Nope. He's not gonna. So he will back out, and he won't see the follow-up pressure here from his opponent. So he's probably pretty comfortable on the idea of 1 Rax versus 1 Rax, and he'll probably follow it up with about a 3-4 minute expand, which is fairly standard for this build. And in fact, I think there's the expansion heading out now. Nope, just supporting worker. Alright. Oh, Jibs smells it coming though. Now, normally, if you're going 1 Rax versus 1 Rax, you just go fine. Even if I lose a fight, I can be a little bit defensive. It's going to be hard, but I can hold on. The extra tower says one of 2 things. Either Jibs doesn't know what's going on, and he's playing really defensive, at which point Marian can back off, he's ahead. If he does know what's going on, this is super smart play to use this, and we'll actually put the... Oh, does keep the soldier alive at the back, but this is going to be a little bit of a tricky fight. But the extra worker is going to do it. There we go. Going to trade soldier for soldier, and we'll pick off this first rifleman. And it is going to be the classic, well, semi-classic. Marian either goes 1 wolf's den to 2 barracks, or barracks to 2 wolf's den. But it's going to be 2 wolf's den. Is it now? So he'll be very, very happy with himself that he threw down that tower. predicting what his opponent was going to do. Now, the biggest issue for Jibs is he's got to defend this choke. He can seal it up with a soldier, and that's in fact what he's going to do. Because obviously wolves can just run past this tower and try and do damage. But this is actually a really nice spot. He'll probably throw it in the house somewhere around here. And at this point, it's going to be a little bit more difficult for Marian to do much damage. Jib's actually keeping an eye on this expansion, which is pretty nice play for him. So he does know that it's going to be a one base all in. That's probably actually why he knew. That's probably actually exactly why he knew no expand was coming. So great play and great reads from Jibs here. Obviously Marian could have hidden another base, but we know how Marian plays, the one base man. So Jibs can quite happily just pump out some more units, play a little bit more passively and defensively, and then his economy and his tech lead will start to give him the edge in this game. And if he's very lucky, he will bring back a 2-1 comeback to go into the next losers match. That's definitely what he would like. He would like, of course, those extra juicy points and the chance to go back into the grand finals. Oh, but lovely scout from Jibs. He sees the worker pull, he knows the all-in is on the way. Don't know why he's trying to boost out a house. Okay, he's going to keep a couple of workers behind to get more wolves, I guess. But Jibs is only going to pull a few here. Oh, second tower goes down. There we go. He might hold this pretty well. The soldiers get a great surface there on the left-hand side here. The wolves not getting surround they want. Marian's got a lot of riflemen though, which might do enough damage, but the towers are getting pretty good focus fires. They're going to pick those up. The workers are doing nothing. Marian's drops down to actually only 8 workers. So nice play. The soldiers will clean the rest of this up though. But Jibs is going to lose a lot of riflemen. Jibs should be able to hold on, I think. There's actually a lot left here for Marian. Marian might actually just be able to march into the main base and kill Jibs with this all in. The longer Jibs can keep near the tower, the better, but Marian's having none of that. He's going to the main base. Is Marian going to do it? This all-in might actually work. More workers are going to get pulled, and there are 4 versus 2 here. So Jibs should hold on, I think. Oh, one more worker goes down, but both the workers of Marian go down. Jibs down to 6 versus 5. He's got to clean up these 2 riflemen. One more rifleman's going to pop out, and he will do that. So Jibs actually with a rather ridiculous hold here. We will actually manage to hold on as economy is going to be stronger. He needs to start up another worker immediately though. Oh, he is actually going to lose his worker lead out on the map here. So nice for Marian. More wolves are going to follow it up, but he does cancel the tower. So Jibs holding on through the all-in, but with both players taking enough damage that Marian can afford to transition out of it for the moment, which is pretty unusual when you sacrifice like 5 workers off one base. Jibs should be in a fine position to take this fight. Like, the soldier will clean up all of this anyway, and with the rifleman there it's going to be easy peasy. Now, as much as on even workers, Jibs has the fantastic opportunity, of course, to worker production at once, which will give him the economy lead. But Marian deciding, nope, not having any of that, never mind macro and economy, I'm just going to dive straight into the main base again. Jibs getting some free damage from this tower, but he's got to pull all his workers underneath the tower ASAP. There's no way. Okay, he's actually going to try and fight this off, and he might be able to. Marian says GG, Jibs takes the comeback. Jibs is going to actually take the 2-1 comeback in the losers set. Marian's all in, not working out for him on step.